Fifth unit, introduction of 8051 microcontrollers. In this unit, we will discuss about completely only microcontrollers. What is architecture of 8051 microcontroller? What are addressing modes of 8051 microcontroller? How memory is organized in 8051 microcontroller? How interrupts are discussed in 8051 microcontroller, and how interfacing is implemented in the 8051 microcontroller, and finally timers, same like 8253 timer, how in 8051 family timers are implemented. Like that concept we will discuss in the fifth unit. Now before entering into full information of it, just see what is called a microcontroller and what the differences between microprocessor and the microcontrollers. As we know, microprocessor or simply a CPU or a processor. What do you mean by microprocessor? A computer with the CPU or microprocessor is called microprocessor based system. The meaning of it is, in that computer, processor, input output devices and memory all are separately connected, and CPU access the all components from the different places on the motherboard. Memory placed somewhere, hard disk placed somewhere like ROM, and RAM placed somewhere, and also IO, nothing but input output ports placed, and input output ports placed somewhere, and processor is going to be access all these component using buses. That's called a microprocessor system. Then I said already microcontroller system. Processor, on board memory, on board hard disk, or simply I can say ROM. Their only input output ports are connected for transmitting of the data. These kind of processors are known as microcontrollers. Microcontrollers also a type of microprocessors. Next, before entering into microcontrollers, see that generally these microcontrollers are also from the microprocessors. Now we will see what are general microprocessors are available and how they are classified. Generally, microprocessors can be classified in three ways given here, that are general purpose microprocessors, microcontrollers, and the digital signal processing processors. Maybe these three are classified based on the a characteristic called application or size. We already discussed in the previous units, but again they are given here. That's what I am giving again. Microprocessors can be classified general purpose processors, microcontrollers, and DSP processors. Now first one, what is a general purpose processor? Now we already know a processor or simply a CPU of the computer connect the memory, input output devices and some decoders to function as a microprocessor system. These kind of devices known as microprocessor systems. These chips can be used for the general purpose application, nothing but small scale industries, laboratories, and educational systems, and home based desktops. These all are can be used for general purpose. The main examples of these general purpose 8-bit processors, Intel's 8085 and Zilog 80 and Motorola 6800. These are belongs to my 8-bit microprocessors. And comes to 16-bit microprocessors, Intel 8086 and 8088, Motorola's 68000 are the examples for 16-bit microprocessor, as well as the 32-bit processors are given 80186, 80286 and 80386, and Motorola's 68030 are the examples given for 32-bit microprocessor. In generally, this microprocessor based system gets the data from the mass storage devices to perform calculations or operations. After performing operations, again they stores the results in back to the storage devices. Next comes to microcontrollers. These are the processor chips that generally having memory, input ports, output ports within a chip itself. Therefore, they also called as a single chip computers, are also called as on computer based chips. These microcontrollers are used in many applications like Xerox machines, telephone systems, automatic engine controllers, computer printers, plotters, fax machines, and electronic instruments such as multimeters, oscilloscopes, plane meter, testers, and so on. The examples of microcontrollers are given. The Intel's family 8031 and 8051 and 8096 and Motorola's 6811 are given as examples of a microcontrollers. And see the last one, DSP processors, nothing but digital signal processors. These also a processors having on board chip like a microcontrollers, but there is a lot of flexibility accessing are given in the hardware and software. Mainly these are used to implement signal processing systems. These are having a separate or an extended arithmetic logic unit for fixed point or floating point operations. There are many applications or DSP processors having, that are ports designing, analog to digital converters or serial port built up, and mobile phones, digital cameras, PBX systems, and card readers, and so on given. But in this unit, we will see only microcontroller of Intel's family 8051. Now check the Intel's MCS 51 series microcontrollers. MCS means microcontroller series. These all are given by the Intel Corporation. Intel Corporation has many microcontrollers in both 8-bit as well as 16-bit configurations. The 8-bit microcontrollers are available in many part numbers with the name MCS 51 series. Simply 8051 or simply 80X51. They are given a family like 80X86 family is there. Same for microcontrollers, they are given 80X51. Now here MCS 51 means microcontroller series 80X51 family. Now see the following diagram shows the different Intel's microcontroller 51 series, and there also comes with the different sizes of RAM and sizes of ROM. Once again I am repeating, these all are microcontrollers. That means on board processor, on board RAM, on board ROM, and also input output ports predefinedly comes with. Now see the sizes are given: 4 KB of ROM in 8XC51 microcontroller, and also 8 KB ROM in 8XC52, and a 16 KB ROM in 8XC51 series, and 32 KB ROM in 8XC51, and a 64 KB ROM in 8XC51. These all are X is here nothing but series 80, like that series and see the following table which will decides the buses and the RAM capacity and the ROM capacity given for Intel's microcontroller 51 series. Now see the first one 8031. It's the first Intel's microcontroller 8031 implemented with the data transfer 8 bits, that is the data bus size, and the RAM capacity, internal RAM, not external, 128 bytes, not the bits, 128 bits. Predefinedly the RAM comes with the 128 bits, and it is not having external ROM any in 8031. That's why they are not discussed in our syllabus also. 8031. Next 8051 microcontroller, it is also comes with the 8-bit data bus and RAM capacity 128 bytes, and ROM capacity nothing but this I can say external memory can access 4 KB. Next 8751 microcontroller, this also comes with the 8-bit data bus and 128 byte RAM, 4 KB of external ROM, and 8052A, this also 8-bit data bus, 256 internal RAM, and ROM capacity 8 KB given, and 8752B, this also comes with the 8-bit data bus, RAM check the Intel 8051 architecture. Before discussing about 8051 architecture, just see the main features of 8051.
it is an 8-bit processor. So here processor means controller. At a time, this controller will execute 8-bit data and 4 KB of on-chip program memory. It is nothing but an external memory. External indicating here not outside. There only some extra 4 KB of memory presented. That's a ROM of a 8051. The total program controlling of this 8051 can be written here also, and 128 bytes of RAM. This RAM is called data memory. So totally 128 bytes. Using how many address bits this 128 bytes of memory can access? Normally the 7 address bits are enough, but the data bus or address bus not comes with the 7 bus, 3 bus, 2 bus, like that. The buses maybe comes with the 4-bit bus, 8-bit bus, 16-bit bus, like that. So here, to access 128 bytes of RAM, the minimum address bus bits required are 8 enough. Actually 7 needed, but the bus size is with the 8-bit, then it can prefer the 8-bit address bus to access the 128 bytes of RAM data. Then totally it has 4 ports: P0, P1, P2, P3. Each port can be used for data transmission, and a few port bits used as address purpose we will see in the architecture, and a few ports used only for controlling purpose, and a few ports only for accessing input output data transmission. Then it has the two 16-bit timers. These timers use generating of clock pulses, synchronizing of all registers presented in the 8051, and also it has one full duplex serial port. Full duplex indicating data transmission has been done in synchronously source and the destination. And on chip clock oscillator signals are there. These oscillator signals connected with a one crystal circuit. That crystal circuit provides the clock frequencies to operate this 8051 microcontroller. Now we will see the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. Observe, it's like a processor, but onboard memory having RAM, onboard memory having ROM, and onboard input output components or input output ports are there to access input and output data. Now check that is an processor, 8-bit ALU. It is receiving data from A register, it is an accumulator ACC, and also from B register, and port 0, port 2, port 3, port 1. If you observe here, port 0, port 2 can be used as address bus, A0 to A7 lower order address bus, A8 to A15 higher order address bus. Now 8051 supports the 16-bit address bus. I said in previous slide 8-bit bus is enough to access 128 byte data of RAM, but 8051 supports the 16-bit address bus. Now the maximum memory locations can be accessed with the 16-bit address bus is the 64K memory. 64K memory it can allow to access, but that much of memory is not having 8051 microcontroller. The maximum memory, how much it is, has RAM 128 bytes, ROM 4 KB only. But with the 16-bit address bus, it can maximum can access the 64 KB of memory cells. Now using port 0, port 2, we can use as a address bus completely 16 address bus bits. And also one more thing not given here, the lower order 8 bits that are A0 to A7 used as a data bus also. Nothing but A0 to A7 bits are also using as a data bus. The data bus supports 8051 architecture is the 8-bit data bus. Now this A0 to A7 address bits also used as a D0 to D7, but not given here. It is a multiplexed address bus bits, nothing but AD0 to AD7 and A8 to A15, same like as a 8085 or 8086 microprocessor. The address data bits or address bus data bits are multiplexed. Now check the port 3 can be used as some special purpose. Now IO input output, each port 3 bit specially controlled one operation. This port 3 bit specially for input output control, and this is an interrupt controller, and this is an counter purpose, and this is an serial data transmission. It also supports serial data transmission in full duplex format, then for reading and writing purpose. And port 1 is completely allocated for data transmission of input and output devices. Through this 16-bit address bus, these ports are connected, and these ports are connected to the memory or input output devices to transmit the data. The data bus size is only 8-bit and the address bus size is 16-bit. Now see DPTR, nothing but data pointer. It is a 8-bit register divided into data pointer low and data pointer high. Nothing but one nibble low and another nibble high. To store your data pointer register preferred. And PC is nothing but program counter, which stores the address of the instruction or address of the data to be called from the memory or input output devices. Now PSW is nothing but processor status word. After executing every operation, the PSW is verified by the processor status word. It is an register. We will check the each bit of a register in the coming slide. Then SFR, nothing but special function registers. The total controlling of this 8051 controller is depends based on the these SFRs, special function registers. Now these are IE is nothing but interrupt enable. So your 8051 want to enable or disable the interrupts, this register is preferred. These all registers interrupt enable register. For enabling disabling of interrupts, this IE is preferred. Next, IP is an interrupt priority. When more interrupts are came at same time, to give the priority, this register is preferred. Next, PCON, this is called power control register. Power control register, to control the power related to the 8051 microcontroller, this register is used. Next, SBUF, it is a register used to control the serial data transmission. Serial bus buffer used for data transmission. SCON, used to control the serial data transmission. SBUF is the serial bus buffer register, stores the serial data. SCON used for controlling of the serial data. Next, TCON, nothing but timer control bits. This TCON used the timer controls. We will see this in next slide. Then T mode, use the timer mode register or time modifier. The timing controls is totally modified with the T mode register. These TL0, TH0, TL1, TH1 are the timer controlling registers. TL0, timer lower order, timer higher order, timer lower order, timer higher order. Two registers, lower order bits, higher order bits controlling. TL1, TH1, lower order bits, higher order bits. These are the special function registers, specially to control the total 8051 architecture. Next, observe here is a ROM, nothing but external memory, which should be accessed by your 8051. Two memories it can access. One is a RAM, one is a ROM. Now ROM is given here. The size of 8051 ROM, how much? 4 KB. The size of RAM, how much? 128 bytes. Now this is the internal RAM. Now the total internal RAM structure is given here. This is divided into 3 parts. Register bank, bit addressable bank or area, and general purpose area. Using bank registers, the programming has been done in 8051. We will see this memory structure in the coming class or coming slide. And this bit addressable are also called byte addressable. This memory is used specially for bit manipulation purpose or bit operations purpose, bitwise operations, and general purpose area given for the user programs to run. Now this RAM structure will be given in the coming slide. We will see that it's a very important one. Directly they will ask you explain memory organization of 8051. It should be divided into 3 parts: bank memory, bit addressable memory, and general purpose memory. We will see there. And ROM, I said already, the 4 KB of ROM, and RAM 128 bytes of RAM. And see, observe, and some controlling signals are given. Ground, VCC are the ground purpose to control the operation, and VCC power supply. XTAL1, XTAL2 are the oscillation signals which will connect to the crystal circuit to generate clock pulses. Next, reset. For every operations, the 8051 is going to be resetted with this pin or with this control signal. And PSEN is nothing but program store enable. Using this program store enable, the 8051 can read the data from ROM. We will see that how it will read data from the ROM. PSEN is nothing but program store enable. Using this control signal, the 8051 reads the data from the external memory, and ALE is nothing but address latch enable. I said already in port 0, port 2 can be used as multiplexed address data bus. If you want to only address, then ALE is set to high, and if you want to data, ALE is set low. That is address latch enable. And EA, this pin is used to access the external access. EA is nothing but external access. To access the memory device, this pin is going to be utilized. It is not effective address. It is called external access. To external memory, this EA control signal is utilized by 8051 architecture. Now if you observe, the ALU want to execute the data may be from RAM or data from ROM presented. Using this address bus, address is accessed, and data bus, data accessed, that are stored in data register and accumulator register and B register. Then ALE will start executing of the data, and after every operation the processor status word is verified by the 8051 controller. Now we will see the internal block diagram, how it is connected. Now check this, how 8051 is connected. You verify, this one first, ALU is a 8-bit ALU, need data from registers or memory to execute any operation. Now it is receiving data from temp2 register, temp1 register is nothing but temporary register to store your data. Now actually in the previous slide I shown, through the accumulator, through the B register it will access the data, but exactly here temporary registers. Now accumulator data is also accessed through this register, and B register data is also accessed through this temporary register. Now ALU receive data from AC register, B register for execution purpose. But actually where data presented, there may be ROM or there may be RAM. Now RAM presented here. The RAM data is accessed by through this bus. Now this is an address bus as well as the data bus. A signal is there, ALE signal, then it can decides address to be transmitted or data to be transmitted. Now RAM data accessed through this bus, and observe what is the size of RAM, 128 bytes, and observe here ROM also connected. Now this is a ROM, it can also access the ROM data from this address bus only. Size of ROM 4 KB. Now this port 0, port 2 simply can form the bus. Port 0 latch contain 8-bit register, port 2 latch contain 8-bit register, totally 16 bits. These are the port bits. Port 0, 0 to 7 bits, nothing but completely 8 bits, and port 2, 0 to 7 bits, nothing but completely 8 completely 16 bit. Using this 16 bit, the address bus can be formed. Only using this 8 bit, the data bus can be format. Now see, program address register, the data required, that is from the ROM or RAM, it will stores that addresses, and temporary stores the data for serial data transmission, buffer register, and program counter incrementing decrementing after searching every data, and program counter it will stores the current address of the instruction or program, and DPTR nothing but data pointer register. DPTR divided two parts DPTR low, DPTR high. Through this way the 8051 can access the data from the DPTR or this. And see the control signals PSEN nothing but program store enable. Once this is enabled, it can access data from ROM. If processor want to know I am accessing the RAM data, I am accessing the ROM data, this pin is going to be utilized. Program store enable pin, and ALE address latch enable pin, and external access to access data from memory EA pin used, and RST nothing but reset. For every new operations the 8051 is going to be resetted. Now see, these are the clock pulses generated by crystal clock circuit. XTAL1, XTAL2 generate oscillation signals. These are required clock frequencies to operate complete this 8051. And VCC, VSS power supply pins minimum required to operate this 8051 controller, and port 1, port 3 used for data transmission of. Port 1 completely used for input output data transmission of the IO devices I shown in the previous slide, and port 3 is a special port register. Each bit I explained in the previous slide. Port 3 0 bit, port 3 7 bit. Check the from the previous slide each one having a special purpose. And see this one, stack pointer, some part of RAM designated a data structure called stack pointer. For accessing RAM data, this stack pointer is going to be utilized. Same, see the control signals or other registers PCON and SCON, TMOD, TCON. Previous slide I was explained power control, serial data bus control, and time mode register, time control register. These divided into higher order bits, lower order bits, higher order bits, lower order bits. Then the serial bus data transmission register, and these are interrupt enabled disabled register, and these are interrupt priority register. To decide the interrupt enabling, to decide the interrupt priority, these registers preferred. Serial bus data transmission, this register preferred. And to control timers as well as to modify power controls, these registers are preferred. These are connected to port 3 of a 8051 controller. Check the pin diagram of 8051. The 8031, 8751, 8951 are same as the 8051 architecture, and also it has same 40 pin number. Now observe, very simple to remember the 40 pins. 4 ports are there, 4 into each port 8 bit, then 4 into 8 32 pins there itself, and 2 oscillator pins are there, XTAL2, XTAL1, and 1 PSEN pin, and ALE pin, EA pin, and power supply ground pins. It's a very easy to remember. Just see, port 0, port 2 used as addresses as well as the data. Now check here, 8 bit. This is also 8 bit. Port 0 used as AD, nothing but address as well as the data, but port 2 only used for addresses. Through this port 0, port 2, 8051 can form a 16-bit address bus and 8-bit data bus. Then program store enable pin, address latch enable pin, effective address pin. Then comes to port 1, it's a completely used for input output data transmission, nothing but it will read through that port 1 or it will write through that port 1 IO. And see the port 3 it is a special port used for different purpose. I said in previous. Here RxD TXD, nothing but used only for serial bus data transmission purpose. Serial data transmission, RxD line, received line, TXD line, transmission line. Each bit of port 3 has the special meanings. INT 0 interrupt, INT 1 interrupt, then T0 T1 timing signals, WRRD reading writing pins, and reset pin. RST is nothing but reset pin of this timer, not timer, controller and XTAL to XTAL1 oscillator generated through the crystal circuit, and one ground pin and one VCC pin. Now check the how memory is organized in 8051 microcontroller. As we know in the architecture diagram, RAM and ROM, how it is accessed. Now it's a very important. Directly they may ask you explain 8051 memory organization. You should start writing from here. Now check the 8051 memory divided into program memory, data memory. The program memory known as ROM memory, nothing but read only memory, and data memory known as RAM memory and random access memory. Now check that memory sizes. The program memory ROM given 4 KB of ROM. This is program memory ROM. It's divided into internal memory, external memory. Actually this external memory is not there. Why they shown means using 16-bit address bus, the processor or this controller can access maximum 64 KB of memory. There is a possibility to access maximum 64 KB of memory. But what is the how much available internal ROM? 4 KB of memory. Then data memory, nothing but RAM. We already know RAM. It is an internal memory 128 bytes. External given. This is also not there. Why they are given? Maximum your 8051 microcontroller can access the 64 KB of memory cells. Why? Because the address bus of 8051 is the 16-bit. But here you required only this internal 128 bytes of RAM and 4 KB of ROM. Using 16-bit address bus, maximum it can access externally 64 KB, here also externally 64 KB. Now observe how this memory internal RAM is organized. Now check that it's a very important internal organization of RAM. How much RAM size? Totally 128 bytes. 128 bytes. Now observe ma, total size is given 128 bytes maximum. To access 128 bytes, now starting address given here ma 00, and last given ma 7f. Now convert this into binary format 0000h. To the 7 indicate ma 0 1 1 1, f indicate ma 1 1 1 1 h. Now the 128 bytes of RAM cells is organized from the addresses given 00h to 00h to 7fh. But maximum ff na, after 7f 80 is there, 8f is there, 90 is there, 9f is there, or a0 af, b0 bf register, and so on. F register maximum addresses. But here we required only to access 128. To access 128, the addresses are enough, 00 to the 7f. And I said already, this RAM divided into 3 parts, that is register banks. Now this is the first part, register banks. Each bank holds the 8 address lines 00 to 07, and each location stores one register, nothing but 8 address lines store 8 registers. The 8 registers are namely given R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7. Bank 0 8 registers, same like that. Bank 1 8 registers, bank 2 8 register, bank 3 8 registers. Now if you observe, starting address 00, ending address up to 1f. 4 bank registers are there. Each bank holds the 8 registers. Now like this, there are 4 banks, each bank holds the 8 registers. Then totally required bytes 32 bytes given for 4 banks. But maximum size 128 bytes. Among that 128 bytes, 32 bytes given for register banks. Mainly these register banks are used for assembly programming purpose. Normally in 8086 we will write assembly programming using registers. Same here, the registers are accessed through these banks. Bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. Every register identified with its own addresses given. For example, I want to access bank 0 register, that location 00 and R0 register, 01 R1 register, and so on, 07 R7 register. And also one more important point, these 4 registers are selected for assembly programming. At a time, only one register is going to be selected by 8051 for programming. The one register among these 4 is selected by PSW register, nothing but processor status word. That is an 8-bit register. We will see that in next slide, how that one register is going to be selected from the 4 bank registers. And next area is given bit addressable area. The address of the starting 20, the address of the ending 2f. This is specially used for bitwise operations or bit manipulation purpose. Then 30 to 7f, actually 30 3f, 40 4f, and so on. 70 7f are there, but not given here. Up to 7f, is called general purpose area. This can be used for the user programming to run purpose. Now completely observe here, 80 bytes given for user area, 16 bytes given for bitwise operations, and 32 bytes given for register banks for assembly programming purpose. Now in depth we will see how these banks are organized. Next slide. Now check that these exact memory or RAM organization. I said there are 4 register banks bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. Each bank holds the 8 registers. Now see, bank 0 8 registers, R0 to R7, bank 1 same, R0 to R7, bank 2 R0 to R7, and bank 3 R0 to R7. These registers used for programming purpose, and each bank is identified and selected by PSW registers. We will see that processor status word register. Every register, for example, bank 0 I want to access, PSW register is selected first, then 00 nothing but R0 register is selected, 01 R1 register selected, 02 R2 selected, 03 R3 selected, and so on. These banks are selected by processor status word register bits, and these registers are selected by these address bits, and completely these 4 banks used for assembly programming purpose. And next 2022F, 2022F, these are utilized for bitwise operation purpose. Now this area can be used as bitwise, or this area can be used as bytewise. It is also known as byte addressable memory. Now check that 00, 07, and 08, 0F, 10, 17. Using this address, these two are can be accessed. Like that, 2022F can be used as byte addressable memory. And 30, after 2F, what is that? 30 is there. 30 to 7F, it is a completely scratch pad area or general purpose area used for to run user programs purpose. Like that, 128 bytes of RAM is organized in 8051 microcontroller. Now check that SFR or special function registers of the 8051 microcontroller. The entire controlling of the 8051 is depends on these special function registers. Now check that accumulator, ACC, and B register to access data through this register, accumulator register and B register, and processor status word register. It's an 8-bit register, and IO port, 4 ports are there, P0, P1, P2, P3, and data registers, data pointer register, DPH, data pointer higher order bits, data pointer lower order bits, and a serial bus buffer register to transmit data serially, and stack pointer, which is a RAM area to access and timer registers, timer register higher order bits, timer register lower order bits, and timer modifier and timer controller registers T mod time modifier, TCON time controller, and PCON power controlling register, and SCON serial bus control register, and interrupt control registers IP and IE. IP is nothing but not instruction pointer, interrupt priority, i.e. interrupt enable or disable. For each and every register, special function register, there is a predefined address has been mentioned. If processor want to access a particular special function register that are accessed by these addresses assigned for them, these are predefined addresses. Suppose it want to access port 0, the address of port 0 is given 80. Stack pointer, the address of stack pointer given 81. Data pointer lower order is assigned to the 82. These all are addresses given. Next, timer controller 88, timer modifier 89, timer lower order, timer higher order 8A, 8B, timer higher order, timer lower order 80C, not 80 8C, 8D. If I want to access accumulator register, E0 is an address given in hexa form, and B register F0, and processor status word D0, and interrupt priority register B8, port 3 B0, interrupt enable A8, port 2 A0, serial bus data transmission register 99, and serial bus controlling register 98, and port 1 90. These are the predefined register addresses given in 8051. Using these addresses only, the 8051 microcontroller access the particular register for operation purpose. It's a very important register. I said already, PSW or processor status word. It is an 8-bit register. The status of the processor, here processor indicate microcontroller, or that is also having CPU only, controller. Now see, processor status word, it is an 8-bit register, each bit having a special meaning. Then 8-bit D0 to D7, totally 8-bit register. Now see, D0 bit decides the parity bit. Now parity indicate even parity or odd parity. If D0 is set to 1, this is having odd parity, and D1 don't care and D2 overflow bit. If it is set to 1, indicating after performing arithmetic operations there is an overflow occurred. Now observe D3 D4 bit, they used combinedly RS0 RS1 is nothing but register selected. What registers? In the RAM 4 bank registers are there, that are bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. If RS0 RS1 selected as 00, bank 0 selected. If they selected 01, bank 1 selected, 10, bank 2 selected, 11, bank 3 selected for operation. And D5 flag bit register is a general purpose flag. It can be set 0 or 1, depends upon the user convenience. And D6 this is an auxiliary carry bit. It is an 8-bit ALU. While performing 8-bit ALU operation, is there any auxiliary carry generated? That D6 bit is set to 1. You remember AC auxiliary carry from 8086 processor first nibble gets the any carry generated, that AC bit is set to 1. Same here also. And finally carry bit D7 is set to 1, nothing but after performing arithmetic or operation arithmetic type operations carry generated. Now this bit is set to 1. Like that, this processor status word register will decides the status of the processor. Processor is nothing but here ma controller. Now same explained ma parity bit set once rod overflow. These are register selection bits. Now see bank 0 selected ma 0 0. Now address range are also given ma. Why? Because in bank 0 8 registers are there. In 8 register, if I want to select R0 register 0 0, R1 register 0 1, like that address ranges are given. Now 4 banks selected, and F0 user can select that ma, and auxiliary carry any arithmetic operation that nibble flag, then carry flag. If carry generated set 1, not generated set 0.
The power control register of 8051, nothing but this used for total power consumed or power control operations performed by 8051. The PCON register, power control register ma. Now each bit of this PCON register will have a separate meaning. Now check that 0 bit ma, the microcontroller enters into idle mode whenever that PCON 0 bit is set to 1. Nothing but this 0 bit is set to 1, this 8051 controller enters into a idle mode. When it enters into idle mode, the processor can set idle. Using any interrupts, the processor again comes back for execution. Until the interrupt, it is in idle mode only. Next, power down mode. The power down mode is set by making the second bit ma, nothing but second bit here 1, first bit ma, PCON bit is set to 1. In this mode, the clock generator is switched off and only the internal memory is active. If you want to access external memory ma, this bit is set to 0. External, internal, RAM, ROM both are there ma. We checked in the previous slides. Now using power down mode set bit, the clock generator is switched off and only the internal memory is active. Next, second bit, third bit, it is a general purpose flag register ma, and seventh bit modification bit ma. Modification here indicating SMOD. The port 3 one bit is given for serial data transmission. The baud rate is nothing but ma, how many number of bits are transmitted by this 8051. Want to know, this bit is set to 1. Serial port baud rate set bit. Normally baud rate is decides the how many bits transmitted per second. Now if this bit is set to 1, baud rate is set at like 8 bit or 16 bit, like that. Like that, PCON register is used in 8051 microcontroller.